Good afternoon, social media family. I should say good evening. It is Naturally coming to you yet again to do a quick perfume talk. I hope you like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and hit the play button and share with your friends and family. I hit 50 subscribers, and thank you so much for people who are subscribing to my channel. As I promised, I am going to do a giveaway. I'm just trying to get the works, this information together, trying to get that organized. And when I do, I will share who I am raffling for this little giveaway as my thank you to you to being a subscriber and coming to the community of Naturally Riri, or Riri's community. So, you know, it is what it is. But today I am going to talk about a fragrance house you guys may not be aware of, but it has a spiritual meaning. And I was more excited about this fragrance house. And the fragrance house I am referring to is the House of SOTE. So it's SOTE. If you notice, the T is in a cross, and this has a spiritual meaning. And that's what drew me to this fragrance house, because of the spiritual meaning. If you are collecting fragrances, and I've been wearing my fragrances, I've been slowing down on the buying process, but I had to get something from this fragrance house. I purchased two from this fragrance house. This fragrance house is not Black owned, so I am going to throw the disclaimer out there. It's not Black owned. However, the fragrance house is very affordable, and I was able to get two of these fragrances for like at least $120. So to me, that was affordable, because Girl Math says, oh, that means you're paying $60 for a bottle of perfume. That's the girl math talking to me. But yes, I purchased two fragrances from this house, and I'm so excited to talk about them. I have worn them a couple of places, and as you see, I look a little dewy and fresh. I've been at home relaxing all day from my usual church activities. I did my hair yesterday because I went to a retirement party, and it was a combo. It was like a retirement party and a birthday party all in one. So it was a fabulous event yesterday. Today was church, and I did not wear them today, but I have worn them to church and absolutely love them. So I am ready to talk about them. So the first fragrance I want to talk about is 1313. It came in this very simple box. Now the box itself, you can barely read SOTE, but I had to put it close so you can see it, but it's SOTE. It does have a meaningful drawing in the back. If you are an individual of faith, you can understand the hand leaning towards Jesus or Christ or God, however you believe. But yes, and if you are part of the faith, this is very meaningful to you. And that's what caught me when I first opened the packaging. That was the first thing I noticed, was this design back here in the back. Very spiritual, very meaningful, and that's what kind of kept things in perspective, because perfumery is a journey to the soul, a journey to, you know, whatever you was experiencing, what you were feeling, and it combines that with your well-being, whether it's spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. Everything is tied in together, and that's what this drawing on the box. I kept the box for a while because I wanted to do a video, but absolutely love the drawing. And you see it's like in almost hieroglyphic, but yeah, beautiful, beautiful imagery in the box itself. Now you do have to open it from the side, and then the juice was in here. I took it out already, and it has like a what it does. So the fragrance of life, that's how it reads. And it talks about a scripture. Every fragrance from this fragrance house refers to a Bible scripture. So for this particular fragrance, it is from Corinthians 13, 1 Corinthians 13 and 13. And let me read what it says. Three things will last forever: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of thee is love. And so that scripture means something because you want to feel loved, you want to feel appreciated. And here is the juice itself. I like the top. It has like a little, geometric top. Uh, it's the top is okay, and you do have to kind of work to keep it closed. But when you hear it click, you know it's good. And the bottles are translucent with the word SOTE in it. And that gives you like translucent to the soul. It's like clear vision of what it is. And then if you want to really see it, the scripture is in the back. It's very clear, so you're going to have trouble reading it, but it's 1 Corinthians 13 and 13. And it's in the back. You can barely see it, but it's back there. That's why I took the time to read it, because you're not going to be able to see it in the back of the bottle. And the notes on this fragrance is pink pepper, nutmeg for the top note, cashmere musk is the mid, and then for the base is amber woods, vanilla, and caramel. And when I smelled this fragrance, now I'm going to spray it on the card to make me remember what it smelled like. Oh my goodness. It's sweet, not sugary sweet. It is a sweet, like on a scale of 1 to 10 when it comes to sweetness, it's like a 5 or a 6. So it's not overly sweet and it's not underly sweet. But you get the warmth, like someone is hugging you, someone is like comforting you. I get that, and that's definitely coming from the pink pepper. The nutmeg, it's just giving that warm feeling of somebody loving you. And this reminds me of a time my mom had a Hispanic neighbor growing up as a young girl. And I remember my mom would talk to her neighbor, all the time, checking up on them, having the kids, just doing activities. And one day she served like I don't know if it was flan or something, but it was like caramel, warm vanilla, nutmeg. It was blended so well, and she gave it to us as kids one time, and it just brings back the memories of warmth and love. And my mom was a single parent raising 5 children on her own, and then her neighbor was married, going through marital problems, but she was raising, I want to say, 3 kids with her husband. They were together, but they were having issues. So some days he was at home, some days he wasn't. So, but I do remember a time where we would come over there, and she would, be having sweet smells in her home, and that's what this scent reminds me of, is of that time. It brings me back to that period where I felt loved and appreciated, because when she cooked with so much love when it came down to desserts. So, oh my God, it just brings me back to that specific memory. It's beautiful. I've worn this already. I was just feeling so warm, so loved and appreciated. And it also reminds me of my family. my children, my grandchildren, my ex-husband. Even though we've been divorced, I think about him because there was a significant period of time we were together like 10 years, but it just brought me back to the memories when we were married, how he took care of me and my children, when our children, I should say, when we were going through some tough times, and he was there to support the home. So, that was just a true act of love, showing love not only to his children, but to me. And even though we're divorced, we still co-parent because we're parents and we're grandparents. And so it's just how he, even still now, like yesterday, just a little bit, just a little story. Yesterday, the event that I went to was a retirement party for one of his twin sisters. And the other twin, she's not retiring yet, but they have a birthday together. They're 56 years old. And so I always go to the family events. They all know me. They're like, that's his ex-wife. And me and my ex-husband, we are very amicable. We talk, we spend quite a bit of time at the event yesterday talking and just, remembering how the kids grew up, looking at our grandson dance on the dance floor. So it just brings back those memories of when we were married, but doesn't mean I'm trying to get back with him. Now, that's not what that means. But it does show just how much fragrance brings back those memories, and how the times of happiness and love just supersedes them all. And that's what this particular fragrance reminds me of. I just, every time when I think about this, I get emotional because I think about those periods that he really did care for me, and cared for our family. And I just adore this fragrance. I feel that I am loved. And even now I'm in a relationship and been in this relationship, second go around, 3 years now. I still feel loved. I still feel appreciated even with him. How we take the time to even spend time together, even though our schedules may not align well. We make the time to love on each other and care for each other and spend time together. And that's what this particular fragrance reminds me of. Getting all choked up just thinking about it. But SOTE is a beautiful fragrance, very pretty. Sometimes, like I said, simplicity is key, and simplicity sometimes works best when it comes to fragrance houses, because it hits you in your soul. And this fragrance house hit me in my soul when I wore this. It even now, it's touching me in a special way that I feel loved and I feel appreciated, and I know that God is watching over me, and he is showing so many things in my life that I never dreamed I would do and be. And love is one of the things that I'm finally seeing what love looks like. And this fragrance house brought that out. And I thank them for that. And I'm going to tag them. And hopefully they see it. But yeah, this touched me in a special way. And I do appreciate that. So this is 1313. And then the second fragrance, getting emotional still, is 1221. Now this is more so, you see it's a little bit darker, a little bit, you see the cap is gold, and it's a little bit tinted, a little bit darker. And so it is from the Bible verse, Psalms 12:21. And this one is a beautiful fragrance too. And so let me read you the notes on this one. It is coumarin, vanilla, and musk is the base. The top is caramel, and the heart is milk, honey, and brown sugar. Now it's as the card reads, it's warm, it's creamy, it's sweet, and I said Psalms. Let me correct myself. I meant Romans. Romans 12 and 21. So let me throw the correction out there. And if I can find the scripture. Hold on, I'm trying. I had to pause there for a minute because I'm trying to find the scripture. The scripture is in here, but you can barely see it. Okay, now, see, I wanted to tell you what the scripture is, and I don't want to pause the video. So I got my glasses on, so let me see. It says, oh, it's in the front. Romans 12 and 21 says, do not be overcome, do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Now, this one is definitely for the late spring, maybe early fall to mid fall. Here in Texas, we don't have a fall. Fall is like this. So when it does get cool, that's when you're going to pull out this fragrance. I think right now it's too sweet to wear because we're in like major heat. Today was cool, a cool 98. But normally the heat is like 110, 115 right as of late. So this is not going to be appropriate to wear in the heat. The other one is, so I'm spraying it. I've worn this one too. I've worn this one around the house. I have not worn her outside as of yet. But it is just like homemade vanilla ice cream with the caramel drizzle. You know, now there was a shop. Now this memory is very vivid. There was a shop in 3rd Ward, Houston, Texas. There was an African-American woman there. Her name was Miss Marie, and she made the best homemade ice cream ever. She had a business, an ice cream business right around the corner from where we stayed. When we had money saved up, we would go to her shop and we would get like a scoop of ice cream, and her homemade ice cream, it just makes my mouth water. It's sweet, it's so loving, it's so just the creaminess. That's what this brings me, that memory of that. Yeah, and it was just she, you know, when she had business, oh my God, she had business. And my brother will always get her butter pecan. Her butter pecan was amazing. I would stick with like vanilla or chocolate, and then my sister, I think one of my sisters did vanilla, and another one did butter pecan. So we kind of kept with the basic ice cream flavors, but this one, it's very meaningful, very warm, and especially when the weather changes. There's a lot of things that happen when the weather changes. Some are big pluses, and some is big minuses. Some have good vibes, and then others have dark vibes. And this one is the good vibes. But like I said, that's what the memory brings. That's why I feel that this is more so for the not winter, but early fall and late summer. Like I said, whenever we do get a snap and a change of weather, that's when I'm gonna pull this out. She is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Now, my only thing is the bottles are beautiful, but the lettering, you see, I had trouble trying to read it. So, if anything, maybe, I don't know, a little bit, maybe darker lettering, maybe. I don't know, because this is probably their signature, which is the translucent bottles, because the translucent, if you think about it in a spiritual aspect, then being translucent, that means that allowing yourself to, feel the presence of God in your life, acknowledging that every day you're trying to be a better person. So you will come up with new challenges. It's that old nature versus your new nature. And in a way, this is the scripture and the verse fits it perfectly, because in your old nature, you did all kinds of stuff. And sometimes that old nature fights your new nature of the new person you want to become and who you want to touch and who you want to reach out to. And so they're constantly fighting, they're constantly battling each other. And you have to figure out which one you want to be. Do you want to be the old you, or you want to be the new you? And we go through that as life. We go through phases in our life where we are rediscovering ourselves, redefining what things are, and challenging ourselves to be better and to be better examples for the next generation. So, those are the two fragrances that I picked up. Um, like I said, this one I've worn around the house, love the scent. But this one, I'm going to put this in my rotation because this one has so much more meaning to me. Well, both of them are beautiful, but this one has more meaning to me because of what it ties me to. And I think that's where everybody who goes on a fragrance journey, they think about memories, and the fragrance is transporting you to that time. So this one would be in my rotation. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you like my channel. Subscribe to my channel, because every like, every comment, and every subscription helps everybody, me while I'm on my fragrance journey, and you learning about new and different fragrances. Check out SOTE, and I'm going to put the information up here. And they have another fragrance that is coming out, and I want to say it's 9311 or 9313. So when I find that out, I will put that up here too. And they have a pre-sale price, less than, I want to say it's less than $70, but don't quote me on that. But I will definitely put the information up about the new fragrance that's coming out for SOTE and the website address. So check out this particular fragrance house. With that being said, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Look good, smell good, and do good all at the same time. Take care and have an amazing day. Bye.